Don't tell Gilgamesh what not to look at. Do I not look in the mirror? My beautiful face? The grimy sink had a small patch in it that looked almost clean. Well then. Don't look. A musty wooden plank propped up the stall door. It doesn't really seem useful. Did I bother taking it? That seems very inconvenient to hold. I wasn't sure why, but I took the plank. The washroom stall was filthy and disgusting. I wanted to get away as quickly as possible. Well then, that was anticlimactic. There's a sink that's almost clean. Wait, there wasn't much in the way of clean water there, but the sink did work. Could I clean my muddy shoes? Well, what was the point of getting in this building? Besides looking where they dared ask me not. Another thing, the sign was the same as the first one I'd seen. This must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. Oh, look! I had finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. Through the dense trees, I could finally start to see some light. I must have been at the edge of the forest, though I wasn't sure where the path ahead of me may lead. led. I could almost feel the cryptic notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what it could mean. And what were the campers who had abandoned their site? Where were the campers who had abandoned their site? Would I meet them too? Though the path ahead of me was less dense, I still felt guarded and wary. Who knew what was ahead? I am so hungry. I can't wait to eat my cup of noodle. That cup of noodle ramen has been my dinner for the past 3 days. Don't judge me. I get paid later. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I'd worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Maybe it's those googly eyes. Oh, hello, this city. Well, that was eerie. Hello. One of the lockers hung open, its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. Old work clothes had been picked through and a few photos and notes had been ripped off the door and spread around. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, shaking off to the other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear and cobwebs had collected in the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. So many doors locked shut, and there was the little electronic box on the handle. Oh God, I gotta get power. The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power box beside it. Wait. The door was locked shut and there was a little electronic box under the candle. A sign was pasted to the front that said danger, close repairs. Okay. Looks like the only way to go is up. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. Lol, I'm not going that way. A old break table, the layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. The board contained yellowed clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who is one of the older guys in the line. A power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Duh! Did you not play Slender the Arrival? Well, still wasn't working. Did I try it again? Every time you turn the power on, that's when it starts hitting the fan. The open locker was stuffed with dirty clothes and old work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out and the face was unrecognizable. Oh, a power panel looked like it was shut off. Should I push the switch? I want to push it again. Oh, never mind, it's working. It was shut tight. There was a rusty-looking card slot on the side. I feel a slender child is going to start chasing me in a moment. if only, like, I like the ambiance for the fact that there's silence, but I also kind of wish that there was some soundtrack, some back music. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. That's what I do. When I'm pissed off, I punch lockers in the face. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. Yes. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Why? Oh my god. Watch him complain. But I have a plank, I have a wallet, I have a handgun. Why do I have a hammer? As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. Well, good on you, mate. You didn't complain for once in your life. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Yes, I took the card. Hey. That should be all the power outlets. The silence is deafening. Oh, am I gonna bust? Oh, I have a hammer! I struck with the hammer. The old wooden boards came apart easily. After I'd removed the planks, I left the hammer on the floor because obviously I don't need a hammer anymore. This was my locker there in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. Thanks for telling me that Rachel was your girl, man. So much booze. The floor was littered with old liquor bottles. I wondered if that man in the house had something to do with this. So, I'm assuming it's not a monster coming to get it. It's some freaking drunk, crazed person who probably went insane after this factory closed and is killing off people. Did he hate me because I was successful after the factory closed down and he lost his job and was destitute? But he didn't recognize any of the names. He didn't recognize the old couple, the old man that was dead. Great. There was some kind of ventilation hatch there. It looked like I could jump to the room below. My leg hurt enough as it is, but I couldn't see another option. Did I jump? Well, I could see another option, but I might as well. Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. I don't understand why there was no other option. That room at the top of the plant, the one with all the bottles, it was really getting to me. Maybe I was just distracted. I went up there and used that room. As I exited the factory, I didn't recognize where I was going. My head ached terribly and my leg was a mess. Crap! That means I missed those two freaking rooms. And I feel like I missed an... Well, am I finally getting to civilization? The garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotten food in slick plastic bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's... No! I cleaned the card off as best as I could. It looked pretty beat up. I was amazed I found my credit card, and now this. I tucked the card into my wallet next to my credit card. It sounded like it was going to start raining again. I had entered Norman's place. How did I get to Norman's house? This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of a television. Norman! The entrance to the front of the store was locked from the inside. Looked like I couldn't just pop it open. I needed a key. There was just a bit of blood on the keyhole. There was blood and booze everywhere. Oh great, more vomit. What was this? It looked like a pull chain hanging from the ceiling. I wonder where it led. Did I pull the chain? Obviously it's in an attic. TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. Oh God, Norman, no, not you. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker and one of my few friends I had in this town, lay lying in his own vomit beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in vomit and diarrhea. It looked like he had been drinking too much and just had a party. Norman, you deserve better than this. I closed his eyes. I wasn't sure if one... I just couldn't stand to think anymore about what was going on. Quickly I closed Norman's eyes. I'm scared of missing stuff now by accidentally going ahead of something. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there was water rings from 2 cups still there in the wood. Well, Norman, did you have a lady friend over? But she wasn't quite as friendly as you had assumed. There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. Did I open it? Of course, I'm very pokey. Inside the old cardboard box was a pile of clothes, photos, and even shoes. As I looked closer, I realized they were Rachel's. What were you doing here, Rachel? Were you responsible for poor Norman downstairs? Who is Rachel? I don't even know anymore. My clothes were in that place. Rachel's clothes were here. What else is Rachel's that I noticed? Rachel's name was on the list. Something else. I'd assumed that Rachel was his, wife or girlfriend, but I don't even know unless he and Norman had a little thing on the side. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Of course you did! I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. Apparently it's got Rachel. Oh wait, I can use that to break open a door. And by break open a door, I mean pick a lock. Hairpin in the trash. I mean, I'm used to hairpins being all over the freaking place, but they never seem to find themselves in the trash can. Have I gone this direction? No, I don't think I have. I wasn't entirely surprised to find that this here is this one of Rachel's old fall coats. I always wondered what happened to it. How long it had been there. Rachel, what are you doing? Oh, goody! Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't think were illegal here. One of the slots in the rack was empty. The gun I had found seemed to match the others here. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Did I place... No! The guy owns a gun. What the hell was he doing with it? Defending himself from the evil person who's drunk and trying to destroy his life? I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. Oh, but at least I opened the door. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. Okay, so I'm assuming Rachel is your wife, and she stopped by the store and had a little fun time to get a discount on the groceries. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. Yo. Ice cream? Ah, unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. It's fine with me, bro. Just eat the ice cream. Just eat it. Just eat it. Wait, what? Cheated on by your hydro... Who cheated on Norman? I'm so confused, guys. Ooh, the water tower. Looked in much better shape than... Oh, duh. That night continued to take horrible turn after horrible turn. It had been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, but to find him like that... As I thought of him still lying on the floor back there, the gun I carried seemed ever present. Seeing that dusty box of those old clothes was a shock. How long had they been there? And what was Rachel doing at Norman's place? I felt like I'd only discovered more questions, no answers, but I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. I am Rachel. Oh God. Door after door after door. Oh, good. One of them is my door. The others are not. Thank you. Rachel, I'm home. Why is there no power? Why am I still using my old flashlight? Where am I? The neighborhood's local postbox letter was sticking out as it had been pushed in all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Of course I did, I'm so snoopy. Oh, the Norman! There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. My husband is an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out away from you both. Oh, for me. I was going away for a while. I'm going to tell him. Norman, so don't you think you can hold that against me. Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. Oh, Rachel. Maybe this person just gets drunk and kills people who cheat on their husbands and wives. I'm not a male supremacist. Not just women cheat. I entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. Oh good, there's more vomitous material outside the door. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Of course it's off! I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long have I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit bill there. Did I open it? I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Curiouser and curiouser. Oh, I'm guessing this all is going to end in the basement. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. So I need a skeleton key. I don't understand why people complain about this game. Like, it's freaking awesome. The storyline is great. I had found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times before all hell broke loose and everyone started dying around me. Of course I took it. Why had I thrown it away? Because you found out Rachel was cheating on you, and you probably got drunk and killed everyone. Alright, so of course it makes sense you kill Rachel. You're gonna find her in the basement. Of course you killed Norman. Then you get reminiscent of the old times, so you went to your old work and like rummaged through all your crap, and you rummaged through Norman's crap because you found probably crap in here there that led to Rachel. And then for some reason you went through the tunnels, and I don't know why you went through the tunnels. You climbed up the ventilation shaft, you fell down, you hurt your leg. I don't know why, for some ungodly reason, you went up that old man's ladders into his house. I can't explain the boxes and all the freaking notes about names and murders. You killed him. That's my theory. It's got a bunch of holes. It's probably not right, but I'm sticking to it. A television I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then it was too late. You could have returned it, guy. Oh no, our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. sink which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. Those are beautiful. Whenever I need to make sure like my house has a huge bathroom, and I'm just gonna have one of those in the middle of it, just open. With nice, it's gonna have to be on a top, like on a higher floor above everyone else, and I want there to be nice windows right there.